So hello guys and welcome to this video, and that is the Meteor 350 finally on the channel. And now you will be getting a proper ride review and riding experience of this motorcycle on this channel. So like, share and subscribe, and link is in the description for the Instagram handle. So now let's thump it up and let's get started. So riding the Meteor 350, and the first thing is that this motorcycle is supremely comfortable. Obviously it is based on the Thunderbird platform, so it has to be supremely comfortable as it is. And the foot pegs are forward set to give you the feel of a proper cruiser style motorcycle, and the handlebar is just a bit raised up and towards the rider, so that's also very comfortable. And talking about the riding dynamics of this motorcycle, it is actually a bit better than the previous gen Thunderbird in terms of handling. Very well composed. So talking about the engine, which is the main highlight of this motorcycle because it is a newer engine or a worked after unit, so it is very good. And the first thing that is really noticeable, because as you know that Royal Enfields are something that I have been riding for a very long time, the vibrations, the refinement of this motorcycle is absolutely supreme, big and bold. So no vibrations at all. It has got just a bit of buzz at the extreme top end of the rev band, but that's nothing actually, because in this motorcycle, in this kind of motorcycle, what you really do is that you play in the mid-range, and the mid-range is also quite good. Talking about the specs of this motorcycle, it has got 20.4 horsepower and 27 newton meters of torque. The earlier model had about 19.5 horsepower and 28 newton meters of torque, so it's down on one torque but doesn't feel like that. As you can see, third gear, opening throttle, yes, very good mid-range, and it puts down its 20 horsepower to the ground quite nicely, so that's very good. And as you can see, the weather here is absolutely beautiful, so let's enjoy the motorcycle and the weather all together. Talking about the thump, well, it has got the thump. It is a bit new, but this thump also feels quite good. And let's put it in a higher gear, like it's in fourth gear now, opening throttle. Yep, it feels eager. So this is a fuel injected motorcycle, so the throttle response is actually quite good. And to get to this location, I was riding the Electra, the BS3 version with the UC model engine. So obviously it is a drastic change when compared to the Meteor. It has got well, it feels more powerful, but in the real world it has got almost similar power figures. Talking about the performance, it has got as I said, 20 horsepower and 27 newton meters of torque, and it's completely fogged up here. But this takes about 15 seconds to get from 0 to 100, or a bit lesser when launched quite aggressively, so that's a good thing. And the torque is also available lower in the rev range, so it feels quite strong in the bottom end. And obviously that has always been the forte of Royal Enfield motorcycles, brilliant low and mid-range performance. Okay, so it's completely fogged up here, so it's a beautiful weather. This is Hathi Paw Mussoorie Road, and yep, I'm loving it. It's quite chilly. The motorcycle is brand spanking new and hot, that's a good thing. And as you can see, there's my Dominar. The owner of the Meteor is riding this Dominar, Bhanu Bhai, and the Dominar is also looking quite freaking fantastic. So subscribe to the channel if you want to watch a comparison video of the Dominar versus the Meteor 350, because they fall in the similar price bracket, and one's a power cruiser and one is a traditional cruiser. So it has got just a minor buzz on the foot pegs at the higher end of the rev band, but that's really negligible in terms of a single cylinder motorcycle. So this is an air cooled unit, obviously you all know that, and Royal Enfield has kept it that way. So in terms of braking, the braking is also quite good. So it has got a bigger front rotor and a bigger rear rotor. The disc is 300 up front and 270 at the rear. Earlier it was 280 up front and 240 at the rear. And also this motorcycle has got dual channel ABS, so it is really safe and it works. The dual channel ABS really works nicely. And another thing that was keeping Royal Enfields a bit under their limits was the tire size. So this motorcycle has got 100 up front and a 140 rear, so obviously a wider set of tire will give you a much more confident riding feel. So this is the motorcycle, the Meteor 350, and it looks absolutely epic. This is the Stellar model and it looks brilliant in this color scheme. And from the side it looks very much similar to the Thunderbird, but it has got a lot of small bits which makes it look like a proper Meteor, not a Thunderbird. So that's a good thing. From the rear it has got this newer tail section. It looks very slick. I like the way they have set up the tail lamp, and these are the indicators, small and slick. The rear rim also looks quite good. So another thing which was a very important change for this motorcycle was the bigger rear tire. This has got a 140 section rear tire, 140 70 17-inch rim, so that has got a 17-inch rim. So this is a 270 rear rotor, and it has got ABS, that's the ABS ring, and has got the stickering of Meteor here. It looks very slick. It has got rubber pads on the foot pegs. This is a bolt-on accessory for this motorcycle, and this is the engine. It is finished in powder coated black. It looks quite good. The exhaust is finished in chrome. So this is the stock exhaust of this motorcycle, and it has got an integrated catalytic converter inside. And on the tank it has got the Royal Enfield badging. It looks very good. And from the front it has got the round headlamp setup. It looks very good. It has got 41 front forks, quite chunky. The front tire is a 100 section, 19-inch rim. So the rear is a 140 70 and the front is a 190. So now the Royal Enfields have got a proper set of rubber to give justice to the handling of this motorcycle, because this is a bit better when compared to the Thunderbird. And from the side it looks quite good. Look at this view, Meteor 350 and the fog. So that's very good. And overall the motorcycle looks brilliant. It has got the touring seat setup. This is an add-on accessory for the Royal Enfields now, so you can get this. Overall I like the finishing of this motorcycle. It has got brilliant finish. These are the levers. It is very good in terms of quality, and even the handle grips are very good. So they have got a new design for the reservoir of the brake oil, and again the quality levels of this motorcycle is very good when compared to the older version. So now let's talk about the instrument console of this motorcycle. It has got newer setup. So this is the speedometer of this motorcycle. It has also got the mile per hour reading. So this meter shows the time, the odometer reading, the fuel, and the gear in which you are in. So it's quite loaded. That's very good. But twin trip meters. This is trip A, this is trip B, and this is the odo. This can be controlled from this button, which is behind this switch, and then there is this, which can be used for the navigation when you connect your phone with it, and also shows the time when it's not engaged. So that's quite good. That's the ABS light, the neutral light, the battery light, and that's all. It's not really fully loaded, but it's quite good for a Royal Enfield now. The switch gear setup is quite different for this motorcycle. This is the headlight high beam, and this is the low beam. This is the pass. It should have been the other way around, so it could have been used like this, but it's like this in this motorcycle. The indicator setup is like this. This is the horn. The horn of this motorcycle is quite meek, but it could have been a bit better. This is the setup which can be used for starting up this motorcycle. This is kill switch on, this is kill switch off, and this is how you start your motorcycle. And this one is the switch for the hazard light. That is a very good setup for this motorcycle, as many of the buyers will go on touring on this motorcycle. So it has got a integrated hazard light setup, a very good touch. So now let's listen to the exhaust note of this motorcycle. Let's listen to the exhaust note of the Meteor 350. It starts like this. That is the idle sound. And the thing that is easily noticeable is that the motorcycle is not vibrating with the thumb. Let's rev it. Now comes the conclusion part of this video. Should you buy the Meteor 350? Well, definitely this is a very worthy Royal Enfield and it's worth buying. And obviously now it is a full-on machine, and the asking price of this motorcycle is all justified. The quality levels of these motorcycles are good, and the performance is good. The vibrations are very much damped up, and well, this is a much reliable, faster and easy to live with machine now. And the only thing that will bother you when you will make a buying decision for this motorcycle is the Classic 350 Neo version, the second gen Classic 350. So well, it's all up to you now which motorcycle you want. Buy that. The engines are same, they both will be reliable, and you will be more happier. So that was it for this video. Like, share and subscribe. Link is in the description for the Instagram handle. And as always, ride safe and keep riding hard.